Pelicans are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. And many happy returns to Kenneth Faried, now healthy in the lineup and ready to roll. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap has become one of the best NBA big men when it comes to getting steals. Now, Millsap says when you're 6'8" going up against guys that are 7 feet, you're not going to be able to block their shot every time. So you try to get it down low when they bring it down. It's all about being smart and using what you have. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. And Millsap is as crafty as it gets on defense, one of the most underrated players in the game. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and you know, there are guys like Bogut, even at advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. We've got Darius Miller. Allen is out there with Holiday. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Ajinça in at the power forward.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Nelson dishes to Millsap. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. About a minute played so far here in the first. Outside Holiday. He feeds it to Cousins. The kick out to Holiday. Cousins with a screen on Nelson. Off the screen. Tries again. Hits another look. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Look, if there's no contact on Cousins, his percentage chances of grabbing that rebound go way up.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw tonight. Cousins, no good on the free throw. Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
Now here's Cousins, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Miller, no luck.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Chandler kicks to Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Millsap, and the rejection by Cousins. And that one's good. Millsap. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Holiday, the pass to Cousins. Miller kicks to Cousins. The kick out to Holiday. Cousins with a screen on Chandler. Here's Holiday. Can't hit that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Felt like the louder the crowd got and the more hostile they were, the more together this team played. So worked out nicely.
Shot clock at 6. Millsap sets the pick for Harris. Over Ajinça. And that one comes up a bit short. New
right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Cousins with a screen on Harris. It's Allen with the drive. A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Outside Holiday. The dish now to Cousins. Over Jokic. No good from Cousins.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
Allen dishes to Holiday. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Harris kicks to Nelson. From outside the arc. He can't hit that time. And New Orleans will come the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that?
Yeah, that's a bit of a head scratcher there. That was a case where every single thing that could have gone wrong for them, oh, it showed up.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Miller kicks to Holiday. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. Fires the three. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
That three-point shot is a staple of Drew Holiday's offensive repertoire. He is always a threat to score from there.
Nelson kicks to Harris. Jokic a screen. Dishes to Millsap. Goes back up. And the rejection by Ajinça.
Got to get out of his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
Holiday, the pass to Ajinça. Chandler against Miller. Here's Cousins, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
Nelson dishes to Chandler. Lets the three fly. And again, Denver no good. Pelicans leading by 6. Outside Holiday. And Cousins kicks to Miller. Back to Cousins. Pass to Allen. And there's the feed to Miller. From deep three-point range, Paul Millsap with the rebound. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Millsap slams it in.
You let a big guy like Millsap roam around near the glass, he really gobbles up the offensive rebounds and can stick you.
It's Miller on the wing. A 3-ball. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 4. And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score, just great ball movement.
Harris against Allen. Harris kicks to Chandler. Over Miller. That doesn't go either for Chandler.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Back to Holiday. Here's Cousins. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Holiday against Nelson. Chandler outside. That doesn't go either for Chandler.
Yeah, this is where you might elect to pass out of the slump rather than shoot out of it.
Miller, the pass to Ajinça. Over in the corner, Allen kicks it to Ajinça. He dishes it to Holiday. Chandler against Miller. Pass to Ajinça. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Feeds to Miller. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
The shot by Chandler wide open. And again, Denver no good.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Millsap misses.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
It's tipped. Chandler with the steal. And here we go with Chandler running it up the court. He kicks to Nelson, right wing from the baseline. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Nelson. And it's 8 points for Millsap.
Super job by Millsap to release the shot as soon as he gets the ball there. No time for the D to catch up.
Cousins with a screen on Harris. Knocked away. It's stolen by Harris. In the corner, it's Nelson. No good on the triple. New Orleans leading by 7. Here's Cousins. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And DeMarcus Cousins enjoys these and one opportunities. Feels like he can overpower just about anything that the defense is going to throw at him.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Kenneth Faried comes in for Wilson Chandler. Martin's checked in for Harris. And Murray's subbed in for Jameer Nelson. Now here's Millsap. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
Wells dishes to Cousins. Wells kicks to Hill. Cousins with a screen for Hill. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Murray. Guarded closely. Millsap passes to Murray. Offline with his 3.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Lets it go from deep. Pelicans with the rebound. To the inside. Wells kicks to Hill. And it comes off the front of the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Now here's Murray. He's covered closely. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for New Orleans. The Nuggets shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Murray.
And really the Nuggets, a stronger team than many had predicted last season. One area that troubled them was the defensive end. And when they would lose, it was usually by being unable to come up with consistent stops.
Morris checked in for the Pelicans. Good on both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Shammy Wells. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. 6th in 3-point field goal percentage. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And back to his efficiency from 3, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball. but really to no avail. And for the Nuggets and their defensive issues, Greg, a lot of it stemmed from their lack of rim protection.
Yeah, and the inability to challenge shots in general, for that matter. And they also had problems applying pressure and forcing turnovers as a team, at the bottom of the league in terms of turnovers forced.
50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Stolen by Fareed. Outside Millsap. It's Fareed, top of the key. Back to Millsap. Over Moore. Millsap misses.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Over to the wing. Fires the three. And it's Denver with the rebound. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
Moore with the steal. With 2 seconds left. No good at the rim. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
So for New Orleans right now, Solomon Hill is out there with E'Twaun Moore. Then there's Wells. Then there's the doctor. And it's Ashik in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Passes it to Murray. Clock at 4. For the three. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Well, if Murray can do that and become a threat from the three-point line, look out.
Ashik, the pass to the dot, uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Barton kicks to Fareed. They set the pick to the wing on the left. Fareed, a screen on Hill. Murray dishes to Fareed. He got right to the cup using that screen.
And you got to love the aggressive attitude by Fareed there, knowing that no one could guard him down low.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. Yes, I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here." Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win.
And Kenneth Fareed, the manimal, once a force at the power forward position, but now seems to be more comfortable coming in as a role player, giving his energy to the basketball game, and see his production decline steadily since his 3rd year in the league. But still a positive for a team, just in lesser doses with a lesser role.
And the first one at the line is good. For Fareed, there's the possibility that the style he played is something that the league moved away from. Brent, there isn't a high demand for undersized power forwards who can't shoot.
Well, the idea is that Fareed might not just be bulky enough to do what it is that a lot of teams have in terms of a guy setting screens and then around the rim to carve out space. The manimal really doesn't do that, and if he works on his shooting range and shows that he's a threat, Kevin, that's going to help out his chances.
The Nuggets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. So, Brent, we often talk about role players who give 100% effort every minute they're on the floor. Which stars have the highest motors right now, in your opinion?
Wow, a lot of guys play with a lot of fire, Kevin. I'm thinking about Jimmy Butler, DeMar DeRozan, the workload that he has for the Toronto Raptors. Little guys like Kemba Walker and Isaiah Thomas. But maybe the two guys most prevalent, Chris Paul and then DeMarcus Cousins. And maybe that motor sometimes sputters a little bit, but the motor is still there.
You know what? Of all the qualities a player may have, and I don't even know if a motor or effort is a skill, it seems like it's becoming something that's rattled off very quickly by scouts and coaches. Yeah, he gives great effort. It's as if he's saying, yeah, he's got a great shot, or he's a terrific defender. They act like it's a skill.
Hey, think about it, Kevin. What that's doing is defining the fact that there are some guys in the league who don't do it. So when you have a guy who does it constantly, that's what makes him stand out.
Here's Moore, and the layup is good.
Good touch on the inside from E'Twaun Moore. Never bashful about taking it right to the defense.
Murray, the pass to Barton. And Fareed kicks to Lyles. Screen by Fareed. Wide open look here for Murray. Another three for Denver.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Asik with the bucket. Asik's got his first points in this one.
That's a high-quality look for Asik, taking his time and coming away with the deuce.
Now here's Murray. Defense right on him, and that's a foul called on the doctor. That's his first foul. The Pelicans making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. And here's Barton, looking for his first basket still in this one. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Murray. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
Rondo dishes to Hill. Moore outside. The pass to Rondo. He feeds it to Asik. Hill against Fareed. Takes a 3. They get it back, and that one is off. On offense, here are the Nuggets. They're on a 15-6 run. Barton outside. Plumlee sets the pick for Barton. Plumlee in the high post. Out to the wing. Now here's Murray. He's covered by Rondo. The shot's good from Fareed.
Well, that's just sweet passing there from Murray, keeping his eyes open and finding the open man.
Rondo kicks to Asik. Moore outside. There's the dish to Rondo. Shoots the 3. And the Pelicans get it back. And that one drops for him. Asik's got his second basket of the night.
Asik in great position, and the second effort there to grab the rebound and stay aggressive.
Now here's Barton. Defense is right there. Lyles no good. New Orleans gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Rondo kicks to Wells. From outside, off the mark.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
Dishes it to Barton. With the floater. And the layup is good. Barton's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
Smart play there from Barton to establish himself on the inside to convert.
Plumlee with the steal. Pass to Murray. Here we go, one-on-one. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Murray's got 14.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
And Moore kicks to Rondo. Here's Wells. And again, New Orleans has no up. The Nuggets leading by 5. At the elbow, Murray. Lyles passes to Plumlee. The feed now to Murray. The Nuggets moving the ball around. There's a screen. Here's Barton. Here's Fareed. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And Asha kicks to Moore. He dishes it to Rondo. Wells passes to Hill. 4 on the shot clock. The tray, count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Wells. And Mike Malone, who is known for his defense, dealing with a team, Brent, that really lacks a defensive bite at times. It's something that he's trying to change in terms of culture.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. It's a bit of a nibble right now in Denver. But you look at Mike Malone's past and all the other stops where his defensive teams have improved throughout the year. So it's a bumpy ride with Denver. A lot of young players who he has to make sure realize the importance of the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Martin with it. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Murray with it. He's picked up by Hill. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. A shot missing. Denver's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. In the corner, Murray with it. Pass to Lyles. Shoots. They get it back. Fareed. And he makes the bucket. Drew contact and gets the whistle too.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
Well, one reason the Nuggets have the success they do on the offensive end is that this team is loaded with passers.
Yeah, and amazing that their best passer is their center in Jokic. That encourages so many guys, Kevin, to have energy to move without the basketball. Cut, get an opening, and all of a sudden the ball is in your hands. That unselfish play helped this Nugget team be one of the more devastating offensive rosters in the league.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 5. Kicks it to Cousins. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Fareed. And the rejection by Ajinça. Now Cousins. He's coming off a 37-point game against Toronto.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Nelson left side. The 3 nailed from three-point land. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And that's the shot Nelson's always relied on, and it served him well. He works nonstop on the perimeter, finding the space he needs to get good looks from beyond.
That doesn't go either for Cousins. Denver's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Taken away by Holiday. Cousins dishes to Rondo, and it goes down 2 points.
Sometimes Cousins, with how well he sees the floor, has those bullet passes. That one on a string.
Harris outside. Screen by Fareed. Chandler kicks to Nelson. And the rejection by Ajinça. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. Holiday gets the bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Passes it to Jokic. For the 3, Chandler knocks down the 3 ball.
Jokic always with the heads-up display there, looking attentive and a fantastic job of finding the open man.
Rondo kicks to Cousins, feeds it to Ajinça. No good, shot missing. Some solid defense from Fareed. Holiday against Harris. Over Holiday. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
To the left wing. Here's the pass to Cousins. Just 5 on the clock. Good defense by Jokic.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Just not his night so far, guys.
Kicks it out to Allen. Chandler with the steal. There's a minute left in the first half of the game. He kicks it to Fareed. Nelson against Rondo. Pass to Jokic. 5 to shoot. Over Cousins. Jokic, no good. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Paul Millsap's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. And New Orleans also making a change. Miller's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Pelicans trail by 8. There's the screen. Miller kicks to Holiday. He feeds it to Cousins. The dish now to Ajinça. Millsap with the steal. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Harris with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. Chandler the pass to Millsap, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Given how skilled Millsap is in the post, sometimes you have no choice but to foul him and hope he misses the shot.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Both free throws good for Millsap.
Yeah, it's really incredible when you think about the evolution of Millsap's game. This is a guy who was a second rounder that's turned himself into a perennial all-star.
Here's Cousins, fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
This is his third trip to the free throw line. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins.
You like the passion and energy that Cousins plays with. As long as it's in control, he goes hard at it every game.
And so it's Denver bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Trailing to start the quarter, they battled hard and pulled off a tremendous comeback. Now enjoying the lead. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. DeMarcus, you guys have had chances, but you haven't taken advantage of those chances. What do you say to the team?
That's something I've been preaching on. They're giving us a lot of opportunities, and we got to do something with it. So hopefully we can keep them missing shots and we can get something out of it.
We'll see what happens in the second half. Thanks, DeMarcus. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Jameer Nelson is out there with Harris, and it's Jokic in at the center position. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
Gary Harris is the type of player that a lot of people feel very confident is just going to keep getting better and better. Has a good knack for scoring the ball, such a great off-ball cutter, great chemistry right now with Jokic between the two of them. And as he grows older, he'll continue to build upon his offense, potential to be a very good two-way player.
Pelicans trail by 10. Nelson with the steal. Millsap left side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Millsap's got 14. And for Harris, the way he plays, it'll probably be a few years before he hits his prime. Brent, even right now, you like how he can fill it up.
Well, he went from his first year just averaging 13 minutes to 2 straight seasons averaging over 32. So trial by fire a bit with Gary Harris, but he continues to show progression and can be a very effective two-way player. Lots of upside for this guy.
Nelson kicks to Harris. Millsap a screen. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And so he draws the foul on the shot on a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. It's really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins.
Gentlemen, two
but
shots.
he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
And he can't get the first one. And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow, but Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with a team who is committed to him.
Brent, when you were playing, your ability to pass and shoot, and you were 6'7", really a positionless player before the term became popular. You could play so many ways in so many different positions all over the floor. I would think that would fit today's game perfectly.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Kevin. I'd like to think that I was a bit of a switchblade player, especially the way the offenses now are expanding to the three-point line and giving guys with creativity a lot of room to operate. And if the first available shot's an open 3 for a guy on your team, I could probably sink my teeth into something like that.
You like positionless basketball? Do you like watching it now?
Well, that's the way I play defense, Kevin, positionless.
Harris kicks to Millsap. Chandler down low, covered by Miller. That's short off the rim.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
Back to Cousins. Dishes to Holiday. The feed to Miller. Cousins with a screen on Chandler. Miller kicks to Cousins. 6 to shoot. Screen by Cousins. Allen for 3. But they recover it. Back to Miller. He dishes it to Cousins. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. Miller, the pass to Cousins. Over Nelson. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, I don't know how much more we can laud the play of DeMarcus Cousins, but he's on a roll like this. He is something to watch.
Now, here's Millsap. 14 points for him. Here's Jokic, and the rejection by Ajinça. Now, here's Cousins. Miller outside. Pass to Allen. And Holiday kicks to Ajinça. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Brent, some pressure on the Pelicans front office and coaching staff to win now.
Well, Alvin Gentry has dealt with a lot of injuries surrounding Anthony Davis in his short tenure with the Pelicans, and it took a little while for the organization to confirm that the upper management and coaching staff would be back for this season, so it feels a bit tenuous. Hopefully they can get themselves together and be one of the teams with that kind of talent that finds their way into the postseason this year.
Time now for an injury report. And let's get an update on Kenneth Faried's injury. David, any news?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I just talked with Denver's head athletic trainer, and the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
Appreciate that, D.A. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Sometimes off the court you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Barton outside. Wells with the steal. And here's the fast break. Wells leading the way. Here's Cousins. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. Hill, he's checked in for New Orleans.
One shot.
That free throw good from Cousins. And a story of two halves last season for the Pelicans. An 0-8 start, but encouraging signs, Brent, down the stretch.
Yeah, they ended up with the 11th best net rating in the NBA after they made the trade during the All-Star weekend for DeMarcus Cousins. So if this team can gel, and if they can get these pieces to work together, they do have the chance not only to excel, but to be very special with the unique talents of their bigs.
And so it's New Orleans with it, after Jamal Murray was able to get that triple. Here's Lyles, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Now here's Barton. Kicks to Plumlee. Back to Barton. Millsap a screen. It's Barton with the drive. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And that's the explosive speed once again from Barton. Blew past the D on the drive to the rim.
And one of the things about Will Barton's game that, to me, makes him such a force is how unpredictable he can be. He plays at times almost like a man out of control, and it really does work to his advantage as he is a difficult guy to deal with in those one-on-one situations.
And that one misses. And to back up the point with Barton and his chaotic play style, he knows exactly what he's about. Famously saying, Greg, I'm so creative most of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
And, you know, that might sound glib, but it is just how Barton plays. I mean, a fantastic competitor who just does what it takes to win. He gives you a little bit of everything out on the floor.
Here's Hill after the basket by Will Barton. Wells' shot is good.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Now here's Murray. He's covered by Rondo. Murray kicks to Millsap. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Millsap's got 16.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
To the wing on the left. Here's the doctor. Martin defending. Here's the doctor. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Brett, you've played for 6 different teams. What does it feel like to have to go in and prove yourself to a whole new group of teammates and coaches, a new fan base, all of it?
I think those situations can all change dramatically, Kevin. If you're in the league for 5 or 6 years, there's a good understanding that you're there for a reason. You're just shifting addresses and cities at that point. And I think guys have an understanding and respect for what you bring to the table because they know your game will travel.
That's good from the doctor.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Passes to Fareed to the paint, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, such a big body, Plumlee does possess explosive verticality, and then, of course, a power finish.
Here's the doctor. Barton defending. There's a screen. Here's Wells. Barton with some nice D. Denver leading by 7. Murray dishes to Barton. Millsap passes to Fareed. Cousins against Millsap. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And a name that a lot of NBA teams were in on this past offseason was Paul Millsap. His ability to shoot from outside and play in the post was wanted all over the league. And the Nuggets were the team ultimately that was able to land it.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And that one falls for Millsap. And for the Nuggets, Millsap, Greg, seems to be what they want in the 4.
You know, he pairs well with Jokic and others on this team, gives them some shooting and rebounding, plus his overall versatility is what separates him. The Nuggets seem to jump out of nowhere to sign him, but when you look at things, it really does make sense.
Both free throws good for Millsap.
Amazing to think about where Paul Millsap's game has come throughout the course of his career. I remember that the first season for him in Utah, just shooting 3 3-pointers. Now he's to the point where he's averaging close to about 250 throws from the 3-point line. So his skill at that forward spot on full display in today's NBA.
Now here's Barton after the miss from the doctor. And that's a foul called in the doctor. That's foul number 2 for him. Rondo on the double team. Barton in the corner. There's the triple. Hits it from 3-point range. Barton's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver. And Millsap has become vastly superior as a shooter and playmaker.
Well, coming into the league and being drafted by Utah, he was an effort player. Those efforts have paid off. First ever player, Kevin, to lead the NCAA in rebounding for 3 straight seasons at that size, and now one of the league's most coveted and skilled big men on both ends of the floor.
Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
And a look here at the shot chart for the Nuggets.
And you like what they are doing from deep. The 3-point shot has been there. and they are taking full advantage. Having that threat from outside also playing a factor in how well they are able to cause the defense to shift, opening up the lane and their mid-range game as well.
Pelicans trail by 12. Here's the doctor. He has 5. Wells, and the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Denver's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the Nuggets over the past few seasons have done a great job as an organization of collecting talent.
And with that steady approach, they've been able to develop a star with Jokic. The Nuggets took a very disciplined approach to building this team, and you can see the depth they enjoy, and it all starts with the job this front office has done.
Man, what a luxury if Murray can play both guard positions. A perfect blend of shrewd passing and some fearless shooting.
On defense, the Pelicans. Barton outside. Feeds to Murray. Clock at 6. A floater. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
The pass to the doctor. Screen by Cousins. Back to Rondo. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Rondo's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Now here's Murray. He's covered by Rondo. 14 feet away. And Fareed with the basket on the assist by Paul Millsap. 14 points for Kenneth Fareed. Pelicans trail by 12. Rondo kicks to Cousins. Shoots. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And you could see Cousins starting to figure it out a little bit. I like to see him dish the rock like that. So skilled at passing the ball for a big.
Barton outside. Millsap in the corner. And again, Denver with the triple.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Rondo passes to Ajinça. New Orleans moving the ball around. Wells kicks to Ajinça. Rondo dishes to Cousins. Wells in the corner. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Wells has got 12 points in just the second half. The Nuggets leading by 10. Barton kicks to Millsap. Fires for 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. For the Nuggets, Jokic has checked in for Plumlee, and Harris subbed in for Will Barton. Morris checked in for New Orleans. Pelicans trail by 10. Rondo passes to Ajinça. There's 48 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. He kicks to Rondo. Screen by Cousins. Pass to Moore. The 3-pointer, no good.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
And here are the Pelicans now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Here's Wells. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Nuggets leading by 12. Outside Millsap. Murray kicks to Fareed. There's the dish to Millsap. Pass to Jokic. He feeds it to Murray. There's the three. Off the mark. And so it's Denver up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. Back right after this. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
Forget about the scoring, let's compete. Just compete, that's all. Not that hard to do now.
Without worrying about what's led up to this point, Alvin Gentry trying to refocus his players' efforts.
Yeah, I mean, dwelling on the point differential at this point isn't going to fix anything. But all five guys giving maximum effort, that might be a cure-all for a whole lot.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Holiday and Moore, the guards. Alexis Ajinça is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Allen in at the small forward.
Love how Jokic is focusing on getting guys involved. That's one of his strongest attributes. His vision is tremendous. Yeah, maybe the shot selection in the first half took him out of a rhythm, but in the second half, he's making everything.
Nelson dishes to Fareed. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. They set the pick. Jokic passes to Chandler. Over Allen. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Screen by Cousins. Allen against Chandler. Allen kicks to Holiday. Screen by Cousins. Puts up a three. Kenneth Fareed grabs the board. Fareed's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Chandler outside. To the middle. And stolen by Cousins. The Nuggets with another miss.
Gotta make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. The defense was just okay.
The lead now in single digits. 6 points for Tony Allen. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, number one. Everything else comes after that.
Trey Lyles checked in for the Nuggets. Miller's checked in for the Pelicans. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Chandler outside. Pass to Lyles. Denver passing it around. Here's Harris. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And from the day that Anthony Davis was drafted, New Orleans had a win now mindset.
Well, that's what the decree from the upper management was. And maybe a little bit unfair to put that kind of pressure on such a young superstar talent who wanted to find his way in the NBA. The front office focused on making some trades and surrounding him right away without understanding exactly what Anthony Davis was going to be good at. Let's face it, he's still great, and there's still that opportunity for AD. Well, a great battle last year as the season finished off between the Nuggets and Blazers to make the playoffs. Denver did not. So they made some trades, tried to make a push. This year they've got to make some improvements and maybe find themselves in one of those top 8 slots to play in the postseason.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Brent, for the Nuggets, you get the feeling of excitement for this franchise.
Well, you feel like this team's not just going to make the playoffs once, but could have a very effective long run in the Western Conference, and they're going to be playing a style that a lot of their fans and certainly fans around the league are going to appreciate. Off-ball movement and passing. You know, there's a team in Golden State that seemed to do that with great effectiveness.
Take a break, take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Ajinça.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And Agenza drops them both. And here's Nelson. And there's the feed to Fareed. Harris kicks to Chandler. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Chandler's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Nuggets.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter, D, and the communication severely lacking there.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Now here's Chandler. 6 on the shot clock. Over Miller. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. The Nuggets making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Holiday against Nelson. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Shoots from 12. Allen's shot is off. The Nuggets leading by 9. Harris with it. Dishes to Nelson. Plumlee with the screen. Holiday against Nelson. Back to Harris. From deep. The Nuggets with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Cousins with a screen on Nelson. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Drew Holiday. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Time now for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Nikola Jokic. David, what's the update?
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Nuggets head athletic trainer. They checked out his foot, and it appears he may have sprained his toe on that play. He'll have to sit the rest of this one out, and it's unclear how much longer he'll be out afterwards. Kevin?
Appreciate that, D.A. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
With 1 second left, goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Yeah, Cousins does not mess around in the post. When he's got that kind of positioning, he's going to ram it home.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
And you see Mason Plumlee and what he brings to the table right there. A very well-rounded big man, solid at putting the ball on the floor and creating some space, but perhaps wait. Now that's what happens when you play the kind of defense that Drew Holiday gave you on that possession. He let his defense generate his offense.
Nelson dishes to Plumlee. Harris kicks to Chandler. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
Cousins with a screen on Chandler. Miller the pass to Holiday. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Three-pointer, pocket 6. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Drew Holiday. Nelson against Holiday. And Fareed kicks to Nelson. Now one against Harris. Fareed setting the pick for Harris. Shot off the screen. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Allen. He dishes it to Ajinça. Up again.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Nelson outside. And the rejection by Ajinça. Kicks to Cousins. Feeds it to Allen. Unable to get that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game. And the next game, it'll be played in Los Angeles. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Pelicans trail by 3. And the pass to Holiday. Here's Cousins. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
New Orleans gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Cousins is just so strong down there in the paint. He easily picks up that foul thanks to his height.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Boy, it's been so hard to watch at times. I mean, he's missed so many of his foul shots tonight. Good to see him finally come through there.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Denver. Millsap comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And the Pelicans also making a change. Wells is checked in. And Cousins drops them both. Denver's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Pass to Hernangomez. Chandler outside. And Cousins comes over to help. Chandler dishes to Millsap, and the shot is good. Millsap's got 23 points.
Well, right now, Millsap is the guy you need to feed. He's knocking down everything out there.
Ajinça, and the jam by Ajinça.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Nelson kicks to Millsap. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, offensively, you better respect the reach of DeMarcus Cousins. Terrific at getting a hand on that one and swatting it away.
To take the lead. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. That one on Chandler. And Drew Holiday is 6'4". Maybe Brett closer to 6'5" in shoes. Huge for the point guard position.
Well, that size helps him out a lot defensively, especially when he uses his hands as well as he does. Now, most of the point guards in the league, Kevin, are good defensively at tipping passes and predicting plays. Drew Holiday has all of the physical sets to be a more dominant defender at that position. Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Denver. And a change for the Pelicans. The Doctors checked in for Drew Holiday. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Now Nelson. Outside Millsap. He kicks it to Chandler. Millsap against Cousins. Nice D from Cousins.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Basket good. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Nelson, the pass to Millsap, shoots over Cousins, and again, Denver no good.
And it's really a tale of two quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
The tricks of the big man, DeMarcus Cousins, on display there. Terrific at showing the ball, getting his man to jump out of position, and taking full advantage.
Plumlee, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Kenneth Faried comes in for Paul Millsap.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good. And Cousins drops them both. The Nuggets trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Nelson kicks to Harris. To the paint. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, not the guy you generally think of if you need a go-to basket. Plumlee coming through.
Here's the doctor, guarded by Nelson. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Drew Holiday's checked in for the doctor. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 21 points for Shammy Wells.
That shot was all about Holiday and his ability to see the floor and the open man.
Nelson dishes to Harris. Pass to Chandler. 11 feet away, and it's off the back rim. No good. Pelicans leading by 6. The dish to Miller. Holiday against Nelson. And the dunk by Wells.
And you can see Wells has a solid connection with his teammates. They lob it up, and he takes care of the rest.
Chandler a screen. Nelson with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Nelson kicks to Chandler. Screen by Faried. Free throw line jump shot. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Miller against Chandler. Miller kicks to Holiday. 5 to shoot. Cousins with a screen for Wells. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Harris passes to Chandler. Over Miller. Plumlee can't throw down the putback. And here's New Orleans now. And so the Pelicans now can just hold on to the ball. Nelson against Holiday. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you later.
Hannah, I should
It's
have...
all right, Chuck. You don't have to cover for me. I thought it would be okay.
Really?
I should have
No,
noticed.
Look, the guy had a press pass, Hannah.
Every kid with an internet connection and a blog has a press pass. If the kid knew what our video policy was, if he was cleared by PR, then he'd know the policy is what? What?
No shooting video.
That's exactly right. Charlie, go make sure that kid erased his video. Mr. Thompson,
It's boo-boo.
the last thing we need is a video of our players fresh out of the shower going viral because some Mr. Teen Blogger USA doesn't have the life experience or the common sense to know that everything isn't content. So pretty please, with sugar on top, make sure everyone has clearance. Or I'm gonna go ahead and find a new boo-boo.
Well, since you said please,
Note to Boo Boo, steer clear of Hannah tonight.
there's no replacing
Boo
boo-boo.
Boo about to lose his job. Boo Boo? That's wild. DJ in the house.
Hey.
What up, Doc?
What up?
What's
Yeah,
going on,
youngster.
How you guys living?
Not bad. What we getting today?
I'm not really sure. What you think I should get?
Let it go. Grow it out. Old school. Magic Johnson.
Now that's a name. One of the best names in the NBA.
Better than Speedy Claxton? It's a pretty boss nickname.
That is it. Hey, what about Detlef Shrimp? Now that's a name.
Tasty.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I love shrimps.
Yeah.
Shrimps cocktail. Shrimps po' boy.
Shrimp scampi.
Shrimp, military shrimps. Deadlift, ride shrimps. You ever heard that?
What about Meta World Peace?
Yo, here's my thing, though. You can't name yourself. You feel me?
Yeah, that's true. What's up with that?
Nah, what about World Be Free? He changed his name.
That's true, but it was a regular name before it was another name. You know what I mean? That don't make sense. What I'm trying to tell you is that was already his nickname, and then he changed it into his real name.
Ah,
Ooh,
that's a good name.
Ooh.
Right. Yeah,
You know what's another good name?
What?
DJ.
Ah.
Can you see that? Like, he just DJ.
That might be the best name. You feel me?
Nah.
Detlef Shrimp.
I'm good today, guys. Thanks.
All right, be easy, DJ.
See you later, young sport.
Yo, what's up, Jay?
Hey.
What's going on, man?
How you
living?
doing?
What up, Doc?
Man, take a seat.
Let's do this.
What you getting today? I think this one will look great. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Man,
Look at
Fans
that.
are gonna love this one, man. You read my mind.
Showroom floor. Showroom floor.
Lady Jules, Lady Doc.
All
Go
right,
get him.
DJ.
Go get him.
What's up, y'all? I'm at DJ's apartment. Check this out.
Hey, bro.
Split is trash.
Bro.
Whoa.
Bro. What are you
What's up?
doing, man?
I'm just showing
Nah,
people
man,
your
you can't come
place.
up in my spot and just show the people I got all my plays and stuff on the wall,
Man,
man.
I'm the process. I do whatever I
You don't
want.
see me coming to your place showing them the process.
Because you can't.
Man, come on, bro. Turn that
I'm
off,
the
man.
process. Let me keep showing you.
Hey, bro.
Oh,
Hey,
this
man,
place
give me,
is
hey, man.
trash.
Hey, come on, man. Just
What?
You gonna shoot or what? You gonna put the phone away and get some shots up?
Nah, man, I'm tired.
So you just came to my place to just show the people my place and then leave? You're not gonna put some shots up?
Oh, let's do it, dog.
All right, come
I'll
on,
show you
man.
what I can do.
Let's go.
All right.
it's time for 2K TV Interactive. What was my first high school I went to?
What's going on, 2K fans? Scott O'Gallagher here, and it's time for some winning tips. All season long, join me right here as we break down basketball concepts to give you a point line. While on offense, it's important to try to occupy one of these open areas. Those are the wings, the corners, the high post, the low post, or the
Paparazzi again?
Worse, Mrs. DeGeorge's ex-husband. She says he's been hounding her, something about $300 and a flat screen he bought. She said he would be by any minute now.
Man, Spin, you look out for everybody in here, don't you?
I look out for all my tenants. Everyone here is special to me. We're family.
Yeah, okay, man. We'll just give him this when he comes by, okay? You're British.
Ta-ta!
Hey, welcome to the Gatorade Fuel Bar.
I'll take these.
Welcome to the
Great
Fuel
choice.
Bar.
Thanks. I'm good today. Thanks.
All right, see you next time.
1. 1, 2.
Yo, what's up, man?
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Now, here's what we're gonna do.
never, never die.
Your mind allows you to use your upside. Picture illustrations, don't judge litigation with some arbitrary. It gets scary faces. Sentences from Satan. The yard blow, nuclear arms go with my cargo. Let God flow. Diabolic, angelic. Weapons in progress, catastrophic. Price squash and relentless. Painting blood on the canvas. Different types, dynamic. Transfused the bilinguals. Clear drawing, find me lost forest. Strap mazes, unlawful wild beasts don't ever bring torment. My performance is rawness. So much heat, but uncooked. And sleep in coffins to understand eternity dreaming. Infinite wisdom, I need this. Found in you, flying skies feeling. This my feelings. I don't die visions of my last pillars. pillars, y'all should check ab scriptures. Upon misery, bright dark enter me upon mysteries. Hard calligraphy, death for the angels, birth of the devil's neutrality tangles. Duality might hang you. Spiritual realm, just know what's believable. Enjoy business of greatness, picture the evil too. Having the strain as the author, balancing the game. Every take what life doesn't offer. Enough to stop the reign of the chosen. Aiming for my next snatch, the chain that is golden. Bad karma, however, I'll be rolling. Stop, drop, no fire, fire back. Y'all will be folding. The grade 1, A1 source, built from that beef. Son, I'm like Gandhi on the back street. In reverse move, I heard disperse mad heat. Curb the herb, I never heard words of ass cheeks. I bring danger, sing anger, apply peace. Master puppet, straight player on violins. King stranger, you don't know me. The big homie, Abby Tony. Put yourself blast the 40s, outlast the phony. Tag the drama, mash the corners, run up. Then the mask is on us, harm will harm us. Vacate when weather is warmer like this. The reason why I write vicious. White Christmas, 3 hoes with them and rappers like this, and I don't tell, never like kissing. Base matters is my physics. You could get it, couldn't live it. A tale of figures made a difference. Law offered only the system. Streets put dying in this island, living, dwelling. Off advice selling, cutting melon, see that, or put to sleep cats. Can't survive with re-raps about PC to squeeze max. I can't feel that, I feel drifted. March through like we into the picnic. To rid the sweetness, let's keep it official. On walls to scribble, the worst crimes, the worst times. Upon misery, bright dark enter me upon mysteries. Hard calligraphy, death for the angels, birth of the devil's neutrality tangles. Duality might hang you. Spiritual realms, just know what's believable. Enjoy visions of greatness, picture the evil too. Having the strain as the author, balancing the game. And we take what life doesn't offer. Upon misery, bright dark enter me upon mysteries. Hard calligraphy, death for the angels, birth of the devil's neutrality tangles. Duality might hang you. Spiritual realms, just know what's believable. Enjoy visions of greatness, picture the evil too. Having the strain as the author, balancing the game. And we take what life doesn't offer.
Lyrically they rap soft, blast off with a mask on like a mascot. Top notch, make a girl shake her ass off. She can get the big D, no caps lost. Still a be the one to hate, haters steady underrate. Now I got the pace one, you will be the one to pace. Head is fully trapped in this rap like it's wrapped in. The tell 'em they ain't fucking with the general and captain. Got it made here, everything's one way. Haters preach like every day Sunday. Getting paid here, every day's Trump day. Got your girl thinking every day's hump day. Battle wax team one. Boy, I slay mics, so cold that the rappers better skate ice. Mother Mike saying I ain't need humor. I still eat cats like a Chinese rumor. Battle wax team one. Boy, I slay mics, cause life's a conundrum. Shit, I ain't got a reason to play nice. Nice guys finish last where I come from. Battle wax team one. Boy, I slay mics, cause life's a conundrum. Shit, I ain't got a reason to play nice. Nice guys finish last where I come from.
They must have thought we were playing a comedic type role in a flick like Keenan Wayne's, right? Like getting low down dirty. Shame, so I tag my name around early. And please tell me if you hear me sound worried. If anything, I need to show these clowns mercy. Cause I'm about to grab my phone and dial firmly the numbers of 30 MCs from South Jersey and another 30 rappers from Cali to Alberta. 2 valleys of proud turn up this nastiest child murder. And guess what it's mainly for? The internal structure of the shady core. An escapade, you a captain, I salute you. You get the dance on leaping like Super Cat and lose you. Bon time. I should have pom-poms just to cheer us on. You like Biggie and I'm Sean John.
Battle wax team one. Boy, I slay mics, cause life's a conundrum. Shit, I ain't got a reason to play nice. Nice guys finish last where I come from. Battle wax team one. Boy, I slay mics, cause life's a conundrum. Shit, I ain't got a reason to play nice. Nice guys finish last where I come from. Yo, pace where the pom-poms at. Eating all these mics while I know I'm non-rap. It's the dawn on wax. Have you long gone, Jack? Blowing up trains, bomb on tracks. How over all the shit the pace too. Put me on one time, now it's on the ain't fucking with the game. Always be paid for a bucket full of change. One for the money, two for the road. Got a knife if you funny and a crew for the road. I'm blowing up, tell them you won't explode. Battle Wax Team 1, you know the code. All you rappers round here, get your pad buried. I be smoked out, it's a tad blurry. Spitting thunder bars, this is mad fury. Got them wonder bars on my Cadbury. Battle Wax Team 1, boy I slay mics, cause life's a conundrum. Shit, I ain't got a reason to play nice. Nice guys finish last where I come from. Battle Wax Team 1, boy I slay mics, cause life's a conundrum. Shit, I ain't got a reason to play nice. Nice guys finish last where I come from.
My friends, this the realness. It's not for the pretentious. Hip-hop is in my essence, and it don't stop. The shit is endless. I'm only here to honor its intentions. Forget the popular acceptance. We never got in this to get chips or shine like what you're rocking in your necklace. Just give us the props and skip the Lexus. Pop this in your deck and let it knock when it commences. Your ex guidelines have been neglected. Many lies have been told. They contradict the last records for the sake of pushing gold. I know the music gotta break certain sacrifices to make it, but I won't sell out my soul because it's ought to be sacred. Yo, I'm here to leave it to stand. Mark up on this planet, just appreciating life. Never taking my choice for granted. Suckers prepare to crash. Your whole career's up in the flash. I got no time to compromise or talk trash. My life's a testament to I'd rather be broken, have a whole lot of respect for the culture. We keep some
Spinning this one out. Like this. Something like
Cause if it wasn't for them, there would be
dedicated.
And it goes a little something like this. It goes
Weirdo on the beat.
Champion can't be pinned, panoramic camera spin, capture every angle when I tangle with a pen and pen. Evident, ever since, ever spent, minute with the spin.